YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Paul's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're continuing our playthrough of Pokémon Crystal in Order of the Pokédex. So we've played through with a lot of Pokémon so far on this challenge. Last week we played through with one of the best Pokémon in the game, Ursaring Optimized. That playthrough, I netted the fastest time I've ever got in Pokémon Crystal. So I recommend you check that video out. It was very fun to make. Today we're playing through with one of the worst Pokémon in the game, and the opposite of Ursaring, where we got the best time. I think this Pokemon's going to get one of the worst times, and that Pokemon is Slugma. Slugma will evolve into Magcargo at level 38 in this playthrough, and we are known as the Lava Pokemon. This Pokemon's stats are as follows: HP is 40, attack is 40, defense is 40, special attack is 70, which is good because we're fire type and we don't start with a fire move, but we'll get one. Special defense is 40 and speed is 20. Speed being 20 is one of the lowest speed stats in the game. It will be a hindrance, however, it's not always a problem because Ursaring wasn't exactly super fast and it didn't really hinder him. So let's see what this Pokemon does. We'll dive into the playthrough, we'll go over the ins and outs of this Pokemon as we progress. We usually go right into our rival battle, but we won't do that with this Pokemon. We're level 5, and we start the game off with an abysmal move. Now, the footage is sped up here, so don't freak out like, oh, you're playing at 8 times speed. No, it's 4 times speed, like normal. I just sped up the footage so you don't watch 10 minutes of me grinding here. So we just faced a level 2 Centret, and we almost got knocked out. That's how bad this Pokemon is in the early game. We start off with Smog. Smog is a 20 base power poison move. It is 70% accurate, and it goes off our lesser attacking stat, which is our physical attack stat. So it's not great. And right there was a level whatever Pidgey, and we just had a problem knocking it out, and Centret's about to knock us out as well. A very inaccurate move, a very weak move, and the only hope we get that helps us out a little bit is if we poison the Pokemon. The best thing we should have done, to be honest with you, was to go up to the next route up here and actually grind on, try to find Hoppips and Caterpie. That would have been the smarter move, like right up here, Route 30, would have been better, so that's a mistake on my part. In the optimized playthrough, we won't have to do much grinding at all, because in the optimized playthrough, we start out with 3 moves rather than 1, and Smog will be a non-factor in the optimized playthrough. However, this Pokemon takes forever to grind. So right now we're at 3.5 minutes, we're barely at level 6, and so we take some time, and we got to grind up to get to level 8 to get Ember. The reason why we want Ember is going to make it so we can actually beat our rival. Our rival will have a Totodile, because we're fire type, it's a water type, makes sense, and we're not going to do anything with Smog. Smog will miss it like 30% of the time, and the only thing we could hope for really is that it might poison, but you know, we're also very weak. When we evolve, we gain a lot of defense, but we're very weak, so we're going to take a lot of damage from the Totodile if we don't find a way to knock it out pretty quick. So with Ember, even though it's resisted, Ember has a possibility of burning, so that helps us out a lot, which lowers his attack stat, and now we're going to be able to knock it out, making this a very easy rival battle. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to get to that rival battle. It's a long time. I haven't had a playthrough that's had to happen in a long time. But now we're going to do some training here, and we're going to go over this Pokemon. We are fire type. When we evolve, we are fire rock type, which means we have some pretty bad weaknesses. I'll go over that here in a second. We're a medium fast growth rate. If we're in a medium slow growth rate, we probably would have got to our rival battle in about 6 minutes because we evolved a little bit faster. Here are the weaknesses for this Pokemon. We're weak to ground, rock, and water type. We resist bug, steel, fire, grass, and ice type. Fairy is not available in this game. When we evolve, we accumulate the rock type when we evolve into Magcargo, and that means we accumulate more weaknesses. We are then weak to fighting. Ground type, we're 4 times weak, not 2 times weak. Rock type, we're 2 times weak still. When water type, we're 4 times weak. Having that rock typing really hinders this Pokemon immensely, because those things will just one-shot us. We do gain some more resistances. We're resistant to normal types, flying types, and poison types, and we're still resistant to bug, fire, and ice. So that is some nice things about this Pokemon. The move pool for this Pokemon is okay. It's an okay move pool, but when we evolve, it actually gets a little bit better. And when we evolve in the second, when we do the optimized playthrough, we start out with some of these moves. That's pretty nice as well. Some moves that we get, well, let's go over this real quick. So I'll go back to Slugma's move pool. We get Rock Throw, which it's not stab, but it's still a move that can help us because we have flying Pokemon we have to deal with in the early game. It'd be great if we had a Falkner, but we're not going to be level 15 for Falkner unless we grind, which I don't need to. We already grinded enough. I don't want to do more grinding. We get Flamethrower level 36, which is good. Rock Slide level 43, which is very good. Body Slam is actually not bad. It's just we get Return, which is more powerful, so Body Slam has no utility in this playthrough. We do get access to Rollout. We get access to Hidden Power. We went with Hidden Power Ice in this game to take care of Clair and Lance. And then the rest of the moves here, we do get access to Mudslap, which is a ground move. But when we evolve, we actually gain some more moves, which we're not going to use a lot of them, but it is very useful to have access to Earthquake. Earthquake is a very good move, and that makes Rock Slide stab, and makes Rock Throw stab if we were using it. Let's go ahead and dive into the actual playthrough the battle against Falkner. Falkner is the flying gym leader, and he comes out with a Pidgey, and we knock out the Pidgey, and now we're going to knock out the Pidgeotto. We did face Bellsprout Tower. It definitely behooved us to do that because we have a type advantage. and basically all the Bellsprout in there were one-shots with Ember. And that leads us right into our next gym, which is going to be Bugsy. Now, Bugsy's gym is very easy as well because we are fire type. This is a very big advantage for the fire type Pokemon, I should say, because we can go right into the next gym. We're pretty much going to obliterate everything in here. We're at level 18, which is not over leveled or anything at this point. Again, I think it's just about right where we need to be, especially the Pokemon we had to grind just to get through our first rival battle. We have a moveset of Ember, Smog, Mud Slap, and Rock Throw. So we do have a decent diversity of moves here. We are still very slow Pokemon, but because we're a little over-leveled, not a lot, but a little over-leveled, we are outspeeding some things in this game. Beedrill outsped us, for example. We're probably going to get outsped by Bugsy's Scyther. But the good news is he doesn't have any flinching moves or nothing like that. We are going to face everyone in here, so that's why I'm facing this bug catcher here, just because we need the experience. The experience is very important. Eventually, at some point, we're going to be to the point where we want to kind of over-level to outspeed things, and now we're facing Bugsy. Bugsy will lead out with a Metapod. I think it's going to go down to 1 Ember. Yeah, 1 Ember. Yep, very good. And we're going to go hit the Scyther. Fury Cutter's not going to do too much. We are resisted to it, and we're going to get the knockout very good. And then the final Pokemon is Kakuna, and we're going to one-shot the Kakuna. So Bugsy ends up being a very easy battle for us. Actually, both the gym leaders at this point were not very difficult, so that's good. But we're going to move right on from here. We're going to go heal, and once we heal, we're going to go ahead and take on our second rival battle. Now, this rival battle is usually the most difficult rival battle in the game because not every Pokemon has a way to handle the Ghastly. However, we have Mud Slap and Rock Throw and Ember, so all three of those will be viable options, which I should have gone for Ember here, and I went to Mud Slap. I don't know why. I think it's just so it's actually lower, so it doesn't like put me to sleep or anything. But I could have just gone for Ember and probably got a one-shot or at least a two-shot. It would have been the same result as Mud Slap. But we're going to go for Rock Throw on the Crocodile. Now, if it goes for Water Gun, it probably would knock me out pretty quickly, but it's AI, it just randomizes moves. And we went for Mud Slap strategically on the Crocodile, so it wouldn't hit us. It did miss a couple there. So we do get a 2-hit knockout on the Zubat. It almost knocks us out, but we get the win over our rival. And now we're going to progress right on and heal here. Now, it's something I don't showcase very often because we don't do this often, but you can actually get a thing called the Charcoal here when you go through and come back. So you go get cut and you come back and you go talk to this person here and you get the Charcoal. Not this person. I'm sorry, that person. There we go. He gives you Charcoal, which gives a 10% boost of fire moves, and we progress right on to Goldenrod City. In Goldenrod City, we run a bunch of errands. We get the radio card, for example. We go get a bike. And then we take a trip up to Union Park and talk to this girl right here. It gives us a thing called the Quick Claw. The Quick Claw makes it so we can have a percentage chance to go first, even if we don't outspeed. That's going to be useful later in the game. I don't want to use that now because not a lot of things are going to like one-shot us or anything like that. And we actually do outspeed some things. Like right now, we're outspeeding these Centrets. We'll talk a little bit about this Pokemon. I know I'm ripping on this Pokemon a lot, but I do think this Pokemon is a pretty cool design. It's pretty awesome. I like the colors, and when it evolves, I think the design of the evolved Pokemon is pretty cool as well. And here's the thing about Pokemon. Some Pokemon just gotta be bad to make the others look better. That's one thing. Second, every Pokemon is someone's favorite, or every Pokemon someone has a decent memory of. For some reason, I have a good memory of Paris. So I always have a soft spot for Paris. I think that's because that's one of the few episodes I actually watched as a kid. So every Pokemon, I always try to give a good representation of the Pokemon. That's why I do a playthrough. Then I try to do an optimized playthrough to see how good the Pokemon can really be, with a little bit of knowledge of the game and what we can do to make it better. This Pokemon could be your favorite Pokemon, and I want to make sure I don't just crap on it the whole time, and you guys get a good representation of what this Pokemon can do in Pokemon Crystal. So now we're going to face Whitney. She is a normal type gym leader, and we're going to go ahead and go for Ember. Ember looks like it's going to be a 2-shot on the Clefairy. Very good. Now, if she was smart, what she would do is she would be going for Stomp. Stomp would make us flinch, because I'm pretty sure she outspeeds. Yeah, she outspeeds us by like a large margin. Now she's burned, so she does very little damage to us, and we get a pretty easy win over Whitney. She's not very smart. She doesn't make the right decisions. Like, she literally should have gone for Stomp. If she went for Stomp, she could have just obliterated us, and we could have never attacked her because she outspeeds us. But we're going to move right on and face the Rock Tree thing, which is Sudowoodo. Don't exactly have a great move for Sudowoodo. It has some pretty good moves for us, actually. But we're going to go for Mud Slap so it can't hit us. And Mud Slap seems to be doing a decent amount of damage. And Ember, it's okay. It doesn't, they're going to knock it out. It's not a big deal. But we're going to progress right on, and I think we're going to go right to, the Lake of Rage and pick up Hidden Power. Now, Hidden Power Ice is the one we went with in this game. I don't think there's really a better option. We do pretty well against the things we're weak to, so I don't think we need to do, like, Hidden Power Electric or something like that for, like, water types. I didn't feel that when I did this playthrough. Now we're facing the Komodo Girls, and I'd like to take this opportunity in every game to ask everyone, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Liking, it gets it out to more people. If you like the video, it's like gets the algorithm going. I don't know how the algorithm works, but liking apparently helps out the algorithm immensely. Second, if you comment, it also helps out the algorithm, but way more than liking does. YouTube likes engagement. And then the third thing, please subscribe to this channel. I've gotten some subscribers over the last couple of days. It's been pretty nice. I had some good traction, and we're close to 700. I want to get 700. I want to get to 1,000 eventually, and then progress from there. But we're very close to 700. Let's get to 700. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And then if you like this video enough, please make sure two things. You watch till the end. It helps out the algorithm again if you watch all the way to the end, and where I announce like new videos and some stuff coming up on the channel. And you also get to see where this Pokemon ranks when it comes to all the other Pokemon I've done so far. And then if you share to your friends, that also can get out to more people as well. So I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. And let's progress right on and face our third rival battle. Third rival is going to come out. I think he comes out with a Haunter. And Haunter is going to be not really a tough Pokemon here. We should have gone for just Ember. I don't know why I keep going. I think I went for Mudslap because I'm trying to... I don't know why. I think I'm just thinking it's going to do more damage. No, Ember should be the play there because Ember will do more damage because Ember is off our special attack. And even with Stab, Mudslap's only 40 and it goes off our lesser attacking stab. So I'm not playing very smart at this point. It costs me a battle here. So I take my first reset against our third rival and we're going to face him again. And he goes for Curse, which is fine. And again, I should have gone for Ember. I don't know why I'm going for Lick. Or I'm not going for Lick. I don't know why I'm going for Mudslap. He went for Lick, and now we get a second reset of the game. So let's go for Ember. Yeah, Ember is going to knock out. Very good. So we do still get Curse because we don't outspeed. It is what it is. And in Crocodile, we're going to go for Return on Crocodile. It's a 2-hit knockout. Now, if we just one-shot, it's not going to be as big a deal. The fact that we're, cursed. If we get one shot, so we don't take any curse damage over turns, we knock out the Magnemite. Very good. We get a pretty decent battle over our rival. If things go our way, it goes very well with that trainer. And now we're moving on to Morty. Now, I shouldn't have gone in this battle. I should have gone in this battle because I'm not prepared for it. I did not go grab the Mint Berry, and we're going to have some problems here. I added Rollout because I thought Rollout would make this battle super easy. And we roll out and get the 2-hit knockout on the Ghastly. If we hit, we probably could have got the one shot on the Haunter and then could have rolled into Gengar. However, we get poisoned. We get cursed, and we take our third reset of the game. And now we're going to try this again. Roll out on the Ghastly. It curses, which is fine. If we just knock out, we're fine. However, we don't knock out the Haunter, and he puts us to sleep. So that breaks our... I think it breaks our rollout combo. I don't remember if it does or not. I don't remember how the game plays that. But we do get the knockout, and then Gengar comes out next. We get hit by Shadow Ball. Yeah, this is not good. So we probably need to leave and come back, and definitely have the... definitely need to have the Mint Berry. And we added the Quick Claw so that we can go first potentially. So we do get cursed on the Haunter, and we are rolling out and we're knocking out good. Now we have the Gengar. If we just hit the Gengar, we probably, if we just hit it one more time, we knock it out. However, like I said, we don't have the Mint Berry equipped, so we get put to sleep. And so we leave and come back. And yeah, this is not fun. And we're going to go ahead and leave, come back, and we're going to go right over here. If you don't know this is where you pick up the Mint Berry. You actually can pick up a Nugget, but I don't showcase that in this. It's down there where those cows are. It's actually a poop nugget. I think it's the cows pooped on it. And now we're going to face Morty again. We went to the lighthouse and got 2 more levels and came back. Hidden Power one-shots the Ghastly. Haunter, it puts us to sleep. And the Mint Berry, I didn't add the Mint Berry. So that's another mistake I made. And I thought I could just... Hidden Power knocks out the Haunter. It's not a one-shot on the Gengar. I think it would be a 2-shot. If I had knocked out... If I didn't get put to sleep, I might have won here because I think I could one-shot the Haunter. However, I add the Mint Berry, so now... we can actually go with the correct strategy, which is going to be Hidden Power, and Haunter comes out. We actually are speed tied with the Haunter, and we're going to go for Rollout. So the 2-hit on the Haunter, it's Gengar a one-shot. It puts us, nope, we don't get put to sleep. We get put to sleep now. Knock it out, very good. And then the final Pokemon, we just hit, we win. We hit, we win. So took a couple tries, took 4 tries to beat Morty. Had to go to a higher level, but we do win. Now we progress right on and face Old Chucky Boy. Now we've already faced the trainers in here. I had to go out and heal, but now we're going to face Old Chuck. Now, we don't have a great move for Chuck. We did get Flamethrower at this point in the game, so we're very close to evolving as well. We're 2 levels away from evolving. So now, Chuck comes out, and we're trying to get Rollout going so we can one-shot the Poliwrath potentially. We do speed tie the Poliwrath, so if we just had a little bit more damage, nope, Surf knocks us out, not fun. Take another reset on Old Chucky Boy. We're taking a lot of resets here, and that's not fun, but it is what it is. Flamethrower does one-shot on the Primeape, and now we're going to go for Return. Return looks like it's going to be a 3-shot on the Poliwrath, and we put to sleep. That's no fun as well. And Dynamic Punch is it's basically a foregone conclusion at this point. We're asleep and confused. That's not fun. And now we're going to try it again. This battle is sheer luck. I'm telling you right now. The win that we get here, I think it's on this one, is sheer luck. If he just continues to go, if he just goes for surf, he just plays smart. If I handed the controller and say play all the villains or all the oppositions in this game and play smart, he would obliterate. And all I have to do is go for surf and he wins. I have no way to one-shot him. I have no way around that. But regardless of that, we do move on. We get the win and move on and face Jasmine. Jasmine is the Steel Gym leader, and she's going to be completely easy. Completely a cakewalk. Super easy. Barely inconvenienced. Flamethrower on the Magnemite. Flamethrower one-shot the Steelix. And then Magnemite will also go down to 1 Flamethrower as well. Very easy win over Jasmine. We get her badge. And we're going to progress right on to the Lake of Rage. In the Lake of Rage, we're going to go and face a hulked out Gyarados. And he's going to come out. And we're going to go for, I think it's Return. Return will be a 2-shot rock. Rollout probably would have actually been the better option there. But we do get the knockout nonetheless. And we're going to progress right on and face Pryce. We actually face all the trainers in here. And I don't know why that's moving sideways. But it is what it is. And Seal comes out, and Return is going to be a one-shot on the Seal. Dugong Gong Gong comes out. Now, he has the... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Paraswan comes out, and it's Ice type, so Flamethrower is a one-shot. And is it a one-shot on the Dugong? It is not. However, we burn it, so it's not going to do that much damage to us. Aurora Beam, it does absolutely nothing. Flamethrower knocks it out. Price is simple, and we move right on to our rival. We're about to dive into our 4th rival battle. However, I really want to go over the stats for Magcargo really quick before we actually dive into this fight. Stats for Magcargo are as follows. HP is 50, attack is 50, defense is 120, special attack is 80, special defense is 80, and speed is 30. 4 of its stats only went up by 10, and that is speed, special attack, and HP. All those went up by 10. Defense went up by 80, and special defense went up by 40. So not a huge improvement. Some things did get better, but we didn't significantly get improvements with this Pokemon. I just want everyone to know that. Let's go ahead and dive into this 4th rival battle. He's going to lead out with a Golbat. Golbat, we have a good move for Golbat. We actually have 2 good moves. We have Rollout, and we also have Hidden Power Ice. What are we going to do here? Go for Return. Return's also pretty good. It's a 2-shot, actually. And we should have gone for Hidden Power Ice. It's Stab. We should have gone for it. And it also goes off for a special. We're going to go for Return on the Feraligatr. And then the rest of these Pokemon should be pretty easy. Flamethrower on the Haunter. Very good. We have a Magnemite. We'll go down to 1 Flamethrower as well. Very good. And then Sneasel Pleasel will get knocked out in 1 Flamethrower as well. Pretty easy Rival 4 battle, and we're going to progress right on and face the final gym leader of the game. This is part of our Rival Clair Rival Sandwich, and she's going to lead out with a Dragonair. Dragonair will go down to 1 Hidden Power Ice. Very good. We don't exactly have a great move for Kingdra. Hidden Power Ice looks like it's going to be about a 3-shot. She almost one-shots us with Surf. I think Rock Slide is going to be the play because Rock Slide can trigger a flinch. So that's going to be our strategy there. So we get 1 reset to Clair. Let's see how many we get here. Hidden Power Ice looks like it's going to be a foregone conclusion. It's not like a range. It looks like it's a very solid move. We're going to go for Rock Slide, and we almost get 1 shot. However, we miss and get knocked out again. So there's 2 resets to Clair, and we're going to try Clair one more time, and then we might have to find a different strategy here. And we're going to hit with Hidden Power Ice on the Dragonair. That's been a foregone conclusion. We get a flinch on it with Rock Slide. We get a range with a 2-hit. Very good. And it's a good thing we didn't do too much damage because she could have healed, and that could have cost us. However, we're going to one-shot the last 3 Dragonair. Very easy win over Clair when things go our way. Rock Slide getting the flinch really came in clutch right there. But now we're going to progress right on to our final rival battle of the game. This finishing up of the Rival Clair Rival Sandwich. And he's going to lead out with, I believe it's the Sneasel. Sneasel is going to come out, and we have Flamethrower for Sneasel, so that shouldn't be a problem. The only question is, does Sneasel outspeed us? It does. So it's going to go first. What's going to go for here? Is it going to feint attack? Yeah, it did nothing. 1 shot on the Sneasel. Feraligatr comes out next. Feraligatr is going to go down to 2 Rock Slides. I was hoping to get a flinch there. We are down to below half health, so this could go bad if we go for the wrong moves. However, Flamethrower on the Haunter is a 1-shot. Very good. Next Pokemon to come out is a Kadabra. We're going to go for Return on the Kadabra. It's a 1-shot. Very good. Golbat will come out next. Flamethrower should be a 1-shot. Very good. And then Magneton will go down to 1 Flamethrower as well. Now, that being said, we're going to go right into the Elite Four. I don't care what he has to say. Just run away and go right into the Elite Four. And I usually cut away here and then have a break. However, the way all the time has been adding up, I'm just going to go right into the Elite Four. And I didn't even review the stats, but I'll do that really quick. Attack is 114, defense is 198, special attack is 151, special defense 135, and speed is 91. And our moves are Hidden Power, Flamethrower, Rock Slide, and Return. We have a bunch of items we can hold. Heartstone increases our damage we have for rock moves. We still have the Charcoal in case we need to get more damage out of the Flamethrower. We have the Pink Bow to see if we need more damage out of Return. And we also have the Nevermelt Ice to give us more damage from Hidden Power. I don't think I changed up the moveset here, but let's go ahead and dive into the first member of the Elite Four. It is Will. Will is a Psychic Specialist, and he's going to lead out with a Xatu. Now, Xatu, I think it outspeeds us. 91. Oh, we speed tie. So if we go for Rock Slide and hit, it's going to be a one-shot. Very good. Psychic didn't do that much damage to us, but did enough that I'm concerned that if it crits, it could be pretty bad. We're going to 2-hit on the Slowbro. It went for Special Defense up with Amnesia. Not a big deal. Still get a 2-shot. We one-shot the Xatu. Again, Psychic not doing too much. Jinx comes out. Go for Flamethrower on the Jinx. She does outspeed us, so we get the knockout. Executor, we outspeed, so we should one-shot here with Flamethrower. Very good. Get a pretty easy win over Will. We will have to heal. This isn't one of those Will battles that we don't have to heal when we leave and go to the next trainer. But now we're going to face Koga. Koga is a Poison Specialist of the Elite Four, and we got a bunch of Pokemon that are weak to our moves here. So Ariados goes down to 1 Flamethrower. Flamethrower knocks out the Fortress in 1 hit as well. 570 effective power with Flamethrower. That is insane. Flamethrower on the Muck, it's going to be a 2-shot. We just got a hit. Very good. And now Venomoth comes out. That'll be a 1-shot. And then the final Pokemon is Crobat. Now, I was hoping to get a 1-shot with Crobat here. I don't think we do. We get awfully close. Ah, man, it's so close. But it's going to full restore, and it minimized, so now our accuracy is garbage. We're going to go for Flamethrower. It's just a little more accurate, so that's why I'm going for it. It's just a better likelihood of hitting because it's a more accurate move. All we need is hit a Flamethrower. All we need to do is hit a Flamethrower. We are poisoned, and this is the stall-out tactic that this Pokemon has. Luckily, we come in clutch with our final attack of this battle, the final chance we have to attack, I should say, before we got knocked out. And now we move on and face Bruno. Bruno, actually, we're weak too, so we don't want this battle to go too long. Go for Flamethrower and hit him on top. It burns him, and he's going to do a little bit of damage back to us. I was trying to think of what to do here. There's not really a great option. I wish we had Headbutt, but we don't. Well, we actually do outspeed, so Headbutt will maybe come in clutch here, but we don't have access to it. Hitmonlee, I don't know why all these fighting type Pokemon have high special defense. It's just what they do. I get it, but their special defense is really screwing me over right here. We get confused. And now we're getting hit by Mach Punch, and it looks like we're just about to lose this. If we hit, we're going to get close to a knockout. That's pretty much a foregone conclusion. He's going to spam Mach Punch every time, so we got to have a different strategy here. Quick Claw to give us a chance to go first. I guess that's what our reasoning is. I thought maybe we go for the Never Melt Ice, the Charcoal to give us a boost to our fire moves. But we do knock out the Hitmon Pop. Now we're going to go on the Hitmonlee. We're going to go for a Rock Slide, hoping to get a flinch. Nope, we don't get a flinch. We get double kicked. Flamethrower on the Hitmonlee. It's a knockout. Hitmonchan comes out, and there's kind of no point going for Rock Slide because Rock Slide's not going to get a flinch. He goes first. So it's not a big deal there. I don't know why I'm doing that. I do come into the Onix a little bit better situation. It's a 1-shot with Hidden Power Ice. And Machamp, we want to go for Rock Slide on the Machamp. This is one we want to get the, now we're out of power points. I didn't do a PP or restore my power points before the battle, so that's why we lost that. Probably might have won if we'd actually got a Rock Slide off. So we hit him on top with a Rock Slide, and when it comes back out, we're going to go ahead and go for Flamethrower, and it should get the knockout. Very good. We're down 50 hit points at this point. We do level up, so that's good. And now we're going to go ahead and face Hitmonlee. Rock Slide and Hitmonlee, hoping to get a flinch. Nope, don't get a flinch again. And we're going to move on to Flamethrower. Okay, very good. We have less than half our health here. This is not fun. This is not good. We do not get a knockout on the Hitmonchan. Move on to the Onix. Onix is going to come out. We're going to one-shot the Onix. I'm not worried about the Onix. But now it's Machamp that we have to be worried about. We need a Rock Slide with a flinch from Machamp. We get a flinch. Is Flamethrower enough? It is not. We burn it. However, Cross Up still does way too much damage. We have 13 resets for an hour and 32 minutes. Can we get a win over this Pokemon? We finally get the flinch on the Hitmontop and get the knockout. So now we're going to have more health throughout the course of this battle. This is going to give us a much better chance to win. Rock Slide, it gets a flinch again, coming in clutch. If it was doing this more often, we'd save a couple resets, but we're going to get a Flamethrower on the Hitmonchan. We get the knockout. We're going to move on to the Onix. Onix has been a foregone conclusion. I'm not worried about Onix. We have way more health going into the Machamp, and we can probably tank a Cross Chop if we have to. We can, yep. High defense, even though we're weak to it, we get the knockout over Machamp. Very good. And we're going to move right on to Karen. Now, Karen's usually a run killer. She's usually very difficult to deal with. Let's go ahead and take on Karen. The first Pokemon is Umbreon. What we're going to do with Umbreon? Rock Slide, hoping to get a flinch. We get her actually lowered. So I'm like, well, that's just freaking great. Actually is lowered, and now we're going to go ahead and take on the next Pokemon, which is Gengar. Gengar is going to go for Lick, and it curses us, and we start taking curse damage. So I'm like, okay, I think we're going to lose this battle. So I think we should just move right on and just reset. But you know what? Let's ride it out, see what happens. If we can just hit all these moves, we can one-shot all these Pokemon. We just got to hit our moves. So we one-shot the Houndoom, very good. Next Pokemon to come out is Murkrow. If we one-shot, very good. It's a one-shot. We one-shot the Boblin. If we miss, we lose. Nope, we hit. We power through the accuracy, we come in clutch, and we get a first try victory over Karen, which I was not expecting, but I'll take it anytime we can. Karen's usually difficult. And that leads us right into the final member of the Elite Four, Lance, the Dragon Master, the Lion with the Flyers, and he comes out with the Gyarados. We're going to go for Rock Slide on the Gyarados. I'm very surprised this is not one-shot. Maybe I should have added the... I think that's what it is. I think I should have added the... what's it called? The Hardstone. To get a little bit of boost to my Rock-type move. So we take a reset here, and I think that's what I do. I add in the Hardstone, so that potentially this is a one-shot on the Gyarados, which it is. So that's perfect. We have way more health going into the rest of these Pokemon. Rock Slide on the Aerodactyl as well. It's a one-shot. Very good. Now, are we going to one-shot the Dragonite? I was worried about the Dragonite because I'm like, listen, we don't have the Nevermelt Ice. Are we going to be able to one-shot? We have High Special. This is a special attack. It's Ice-type. And it's not stab. I'm sorry. They're 4 times weak to it. So are we going to get enough to knock out? We are. We get outsped by the Dragonite at level 50. However, we tank some damage. We tank some damage from the Charizard. We one-shot all of the Pokemon. And we end up getting a win and putting our Pokemon right here at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 5 seconds. Level 58 and 14 resets. This was a very challenging playthrough up to this point. It's about where I expected the Pokemon to be, if I'm being completely honest. Because we did take 8 minutes to get by our first rival battle. I don't think the optimized playthrough is going to be that bad. However, we still have 8 more gyms to go, so I'll see you guys in Kanto. Now that we're in Kanto, I usually never talk about the battles in Kanto. However, with this Pokemon, and being that it's not a great Pokemon, we are going to talk about some battles. For example, we're facing Lieutenant Surge right now. We added Earthquake in place of Hidden Power Ice. I don't really think we're going to need it for the rest of the playthrough, so I removed it and added Earthquake to make this battle easy. Now, we get paralyzed, so this battle could go off the rails pretty quickly. However, we do have the capacity for one-shots across the board with this Pokemon, so we're going to do that. Earthquake knocks out the Electrode, Earthquake's going to knock out the Electabuzz, and the final Pokemon, Magneton, are going to knock out the Magneton. We're going to go for Flamethrower, very good. So we beat Lieutenant Surge, even though we get paralyzed, and we move right on to Erica. Now, Erica is going to be a pretty easy gym as well. There is the possibility of her outspeeding us because we're not very fast. Actually, the only Pokemon that outspeeds us is Jumpluff. Jumpluff is actually speed type, let me rephrase that. So we go first, very good. We have the Heartstone still equipped. I don't know if that's necessary for a lot of these battles, but regardless, it's still equipped. And we're going to knock out the final Pokemon with Erica. We get a pretty easy win over Erica, and that leads us right into our next gym leader, which is going to be Janine. Janine is the poison specialist. She's a Nepo baby, and we're going to go ahead and take her on. And she'll be pretty easy as long as we hit our moves. Throwback goes down to 1 Rock Slide. We're going to have Weezing go down to 1 Earthquake, very good. Weezing number 2 is going to go down to 1 Earthquake as well, very good. And that leaves 2 Pokemon, Ariados and Venomoth. They'll both go down to Flamethrower. That's a one-shot, very good. And then the final Pokemon, Venomoth. Is Dire Hit going to hit? Yeah, use Dire Hit. It's kind of a waste of money. And we beat her. She's pretty easy. And with that being said, we're going to teleport out of here and go right and face Jasmine. Sabrina. Sabrina is actually pretty difficult with this Pokemon. We don't outspeed. I don't think we outspeed any. No, we outspeed the Mr. Mime. But we're going to go for Earthquake. We don't really have a great option here. Earthquake, Espeon tanks it. And so she's going to hit us with Psychic twice. And what I should have done here is equip the Quick Claw, so we have a possibility of going first. We're not even using Rock Slide. Rock Slide is the better option, though, because we can make the Pokemon flinch. And now we're going to go for Rock Slide again. It gets its defense up, and we keep missing Rock Slides. We probably could have had a chance to win there if we wouldn't have had our move miss and had Reflect up, so we probably had a possibility there to win. But now we're going to go for Rock Slide, and we don't outspeed. That's kind of the problem here. But it is the most powerful move we have is Rock Slide, so that's why we should be going for that move. And Mr. Mime's been a foregone conclusion, so that's good. If we just hit the Alakazam, it's a one-shot, very good. So that's a clutch. It could have gone a lot more because we just weren't playing smart here. Quick Claw should have been the play. But now we're going to move right on to a gym that I thought was going to take a couple resets. I think we don't take any. We might take 1, but I don't think we take that many resets here. Misty comes out, and we actually go for Sunny Day. What Sunny Day does, it diminishes all fire moves and actually boosts our fire move. Now, here's what I didn't comprehend. It's not showing on this overlay how much more powerful Flamethrower is. I think it doubles the output of whatever fire move you have. So even if the move's resisted, I think it still would be the best move to have. I didn't know that, and so I've been going for like other moves. So that's why I didn't do so hot in this battle, but now we're going to try this again. So again, Sunny Day is the play. Sunny Day's the play. It's going to put the sun out, makes all water moves like pretty much diminished. And we're going to go for Rock Slide and knock out the Golduck. And now we're going to go for Flamethrower on the Quagsire. It's a one-shot. And now we're going to go for Flamethrower? Yeah. Or Rock Slide. And Surf doesn't knock us out, so that's good. But it knocks out in the next turn. So now I think we just have to go for Flamethrower. I think that's the strategy. I think I'm just overthinking it. I think I've never really used Sunny Day very much, so it's just not a comprehension of how the move officially works. Might be the better way to put it. But we knock out the Quagsire. We have Starmie comes out. It's Flamethrower one shot. It is a one shot. That's a crit, so I don't know how much that mattered, but we'll take it. And then Lapras comes out. It's a one shot. So that's the thing. Flamethrower super boosted when the sun is out. I didn't realize how boosted it was. I thought it would show it in the overlay. That was my problem there. I wasn't seeing it in the overlay, so I overthought it and just avoided the move. So now I'm going to go for Sunny Day on Brock in his Pokemon. Graveler goes down to one Flamethrower. Very good. Rhyhorn goes down to one Flamethrower. We have two water Pokemon, which is why I went for Sunny Day. So Omastar comes out. It's a one-shot. Very good. And then Onix comes out. It's going to be a one-shot. We're going to reset up Sunny Day just so we can get one-shots on the Onix. And I don't know if it's going to be a one-shot on the Kabutops. Let's find out. It is not. However, we're going to go for Flamethrower, knock it out, get the win over Brock, and then progress right on to Blaine's Gym. Now, Blaine's Gym you'd think would be neutral, but we actually have Earthquake. And Earthquake's going to do very good to all of his Pokemon. So Earthquake is going to one-shot the Magcargo. Hey, that's us. And then Magmar comes out. Rapidash comes out. And we're going to go for Earthquake on the Rapidash. The only thing with Rapidash, it can go for Fire Spin because it's faster than us and give us some problems. But we one-shot both the Magmar and the Rapidash. We get a win over Blaine. And leads us right into our final gym battle of Kanto. And that is going to be Blue. Blue comes out. And we don't have some things, we don't have great things with this. We're going to go for Rock Slide. Now, here's the problem dealing with Blue. Is Blue likes to go for Whirlwind. Because it knows that we have a move that's super effective against it. Now, you're going to see here, we're going to get knocked out here by the Rhydon. If we go first, I got confused by this one time when this happened a long time ago, is we do not outspeed the Pidgeotto. But if you see it that we go first, Whirlwind is a deprioritized move. It goes second. That's why we're going first, is it's about to go for Whirlwind. And it pretty much goes for Whirlwind every single time. So we have to make sure we keep check on that. Earthquake is going to one-shot us, so we got to find a way. I actually get close to one-shotting us, my bad. And we got to find a way to do a little bit better here. So Pidgeot comes back out, and like I said, it's going to go for every time. This is why we can't go for Sunny Day on the Pidgeot. Actually, there, I guess it didn't go for Whirlwind. That's pretty weird, but whatever. But the sun is out, so now Flamethrower is a little bit boosted. We still don't get the one-shot. However, it misses. We'll take advantage of the luck when we get it. And now we move on and face Alakazam. Alakazam is going to come out. We're going to go for Rock Slide on the Alakazam. Psychic does a lot of damage. Rock Slide is a one-shot, so that's good. What we probably should have here is we should be having the leftovers to recover some health. And so I go for Sunny Day again, hoping that he would get his attack diminished. However, we're going to try this again. Do I come into a higher level yet? No, okay. I do get my rare candies at some point because we just have too many problems with this battle. Pidgeot comes out. Like I said, Rock Slide's a one-shot. And we went first because it was going to prioritize Whirlwind. And Whirlwind goes second anytime you do it. And now we get some luck here on the Rhydon. It goes for Fury attacks. And now we have a good opportunity to actually knock out the rest of the Pokemon here. We're going to go for Sunny Day on the Alakazam. Alakazam likes to go for Reflect. So now I'm not going to be able to one-shot the Gyarados. And he's going to go for either Hydro Pump or he's going to go for Rain Dance, which is I want to do that. Okay, he actually misses, which is good. But Hydro Pump still one-shots us because it goes first on the next turn. That's awesome. We actually speed tie there, so that's something I didn't realize. Maybe another level would have got us past them. And we're going to try this one more time. And I'm just being stubborn. That's really what this is about right now, is I'm being very stubborn. I'm trying to get this done. What I should do is I should just skip ahead to the one that actually works. But I'm showing this one more time, I guess, and then we'll skip ahead to the one that actually works. Rhydon comes out. Like I said, Earthquake is a 2-hit on the Rhydon. There's nothing we can do to get around that. Rhydon does, take most of our health. And yeah, this is not fun. Here we go. We're gonna go one more time, and we're probably gonna showcase that we're just gonna go ahead and go for some other things here. We're gonna try to switch to the leftovers and see if that works. It will recover some health, so that whenever we get hit by the Rhydon, as long as we get a 2-shot, we'll still recover some health. But again, it doesn't solve the other problems that we're having. We're not outspeeding a handful of things. That's the first problem that we're having. And the second thing is we have no solution to Gyarados unless we outspeed. So one more level would really help that a lot. I don't know if it'd help us tank more of the Rhydon's Earthquake. I mean, we still are pretty good at tanking it. And we do recover some health. And he withdraws this Pokemon, which is weird. And now we're going for Rock Slide on the Gyarados, which is actually not horrible that he did that because we don't have Reflect Up because Alakazam hasn't come out on the field yet. However, we're going to go ahead and do this one more time. And I'm pretty sure we're going to jump ahead. I'm going to jump ahead to the higher level one where we're going to add all of our rare candies. Yep. And now we're going to dive back into this battle. So now we're at level 76. Rock Slide is still a one-shot on the Pidgeot. We actually outspeed now, so I don't know if you're going for Whirlwind or not, but we actually outspeed. Rhydon is still not a one-shot, but we tank so much more of that attack now. And we still have the Quick Claw equipped. We probably should have swapped that out. Nothing here outspeeds except for the Alakazam. He goes for Reflect, so all of our physical attacks are diminished, and he just basically deleted Earthquake for a couple rounds. And now Gyarados comes out. We'll go for Rock Slide on the Gyarados. You know, we take a loss, so now we're going to take... I think this is the one we actually win. I think this is the one we actually win here. We know what we need to do to win. We're going to add the leftovers. Who cares if we outspeed? I just want to recover some health and just tank more moves. So now we're going to go for Earthquake on the Rhydon. The best case scenario here is Rhydon goes for Fury Attack and misses, or he hits. It doesn't matter. We recover all of our health. Now we're at full health going into the Alakazam. Alakazam comes out. We're going to go for Sunny Day on the Alakazam. I thought he was going to go for Reflect there. He doesn't. He does go for Reflect on the second turn after he hits us with Psychic, but we're recovering so much health. We're pretty much almost at full health by the time Gyarados comes out. So we're able to, he goes for Rain Dance, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So that's going to make Arcanine's attack a little bit more diminished. And now we're going to go ahead and go for Rock Slide on the Arcanine. I think Reflect is still up. That's why I didn't one-shot there with Rock Slide, but we'll take it. And then now, as much as Flamethrower is a little bit diminished, I'm going to go for Sunny Day, which he can actually utilize Sunny Day, but I do get the knockout, get the win over Blue finally. And that moves around to the final battle of the game, which is going to be Red. So Red is the final battle of the game. We're at level 78. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we're not doing too horrible. I did want to get this done around 2 hours and like 5 minutes or so. So we're not too bad right now. This Pokemon, this trainer I should say, is a puzzle that you have to figure out with every Pokemon. Some Pokemon can just come in and just sweep this team pretty easily. I think Ursaring was like that. Some Pokemon got to come in and got to set up. Some Pokemon got to have a certain strategy. And this Pokemon has to have a strategy. The first problem you're going to have is Pikachu. You can actually one-shot the Pikachu with Rock Slide or Flamethrower. It's not a problem. The problem you have to have is, for us to be able to win this battle, we have to set up Curse. And Curse, what it does is it ups our attack stat and our defense by 1 stage. You can do that up to 6 times per stat. But it also lowers our speed, which is not a big deal. We're already a slow Pokemon. That's why Curse is a good move, because if you're already a slow Pokemon, it's just going to make you a little bit slower, and you're able to tank stuff. Now, here's the other problem is I have the leftovers, and it's about figuring out what works. So Curse, we need that. So that's the first piece of the puzzle. Second, do I need Rock Slide? Not really. Rock Slide is, I didn't need Flamethrower either. I was trying to use Sunny Day and use Sunny Day Flamethrower strategies, but it's not going to one-shot everything here anyway, so that wasn't a good strategy. We're setting up Curse, which sets up our physical attack stat, not our special, so we don't need to use a special move. So Return is our route here. And Rock Slide's a good move. It's more powerful. However, it also has the option to miss. It can flinch, but it also can miss. And I don't want to deal with the accuracy issues. I just want a move that's going to be consistent. That's the best way we're going to get through this trainer. So Return is our go-to move, and Curse is our setup move. So what else do we need on there? Well, we need Rest, because we got to set up on the Pikachu. Now, I have a lot of resets here to Pikachu, because I thought if Pikachu went for Charm, that I'm going to have to take a reset because I can't get enough setup. However, even if he does Charm, I'm allowed to set up the +6 regardless of everything else that happens around it. So he can go for Charm all he wants, but I can just keep setting up. And what I realize as I'm playing through this, as I'm taking all these L's, and I take a lot of L's, we're at 33 resets right now, and I think we're down to we get to 52 by the time this is all said and done. I cut out a lot of that. But what I realize is that we can actually stall out Pikachu. I think Thunder only has 10 power points, and Thunderbolt only has 15. So if we can stall him out, we basically leave him to just using Quick Attack, and we're upping our defense pretty much every turn. We're at 999 when we get the +5 in defense, and when we get the +6 in attack, that's where we need to be at. So that's what we're figuring out. So we finally got our final moveset on here. We want Return, Curse, Sunny Day, and Rest. The reason why we want Sunny Day is Blastoise is going to come out he's going to come out. And if Sunny Day is up, he wastes a turn and goes for Rain Dance, because he knows he can't one-shot us with Surf. So he'll waste a turn, he'll go for Rain Dance, and that gives us a chance to one-shot him. This is why we need to get set up. What we also need is we need the Espeon to not go for Reflect. So right now I have the leftovers equipped. What I need is I need to have the Quick Claw equipped. Because the Quick Claw is going to let me go, gives me the option to go first. Okay, that's the real strategy here. So what we need to do, go for Curse on the Pikachu. If it paralyzes us, big whoop. If it goes for Charm, big whoop. It does not matter. What matters is that we set this Pokemon up fully and get as much health as we can before we go into the rest of the Pokemon. That's the big thing here. In Pikachu, we're set up fully right now. We get the one shot on the Espeon. I didn't remember if it just went for Reflect or not. It did, because our attack is diminished. If we'd have gone first there, we'd have won the game. And that's what I'm realizing, is I have to go first. I have to get go first against the Espeon. I can probably be okay against the Blastoise, but I have to go first against the Espeon. So I need to get that Quick Claw. Like I said, paralysis isn't an issue. I have rest, and once I get to a point where I think I could get one shot, or I could, potentially get two shot if I miss a turn because of paralysis, I just heal. And I heal, and whenever I wake back up, I go right back for Curse, get myself set back up. Eventually, like I said, he's going to run out of Thunder. And when he runs out of Thunder, he'll switch to Thunderbolt, which is a lesser move. And it can't, I don't think Thunderbolt can paralyze. I think it has a lower percentage of paralyzing you than Thunder, but I don't remember. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I don't think Thunderbolt can paralyze you. So now we're getting set up again. And we're getting fully set up. We get one more Curse in. We're fully maxed out when it comes to our attack stat and defense. Or at least maxed out for what we can get. And we go for Rest one more time. Very good. And now we're going to get full health. So now all we can do is go for Quick Attack. And Quick Attack's not going to do that much damage. He has got 2 back-to-back critical hits. That's kind of sucked. But it is what it is. And now he's also going for Charm. So we want to go back up and set for Curse. Come on. Go for Curse. There we go. And we're going to set back up. I don't remember if this is the winning. It is the winning one, because we're down to 52 resets. So now we're out of Curse. And we're going to go for Rest one more time. Hopefully it doesn't get any Quick Claw critical hits. It does a little bit more damage than it should. So now he's only doing 1 damage per Quick Claw. Yeah, it's not Quick Claw. Quick Attack. There we go. So now he's only doing 1 damage per Quick Attack, which is what we want. So we almost have full health going into the Espeon. We do not get the Quick Claw activation. However, I will take Psychic, because Psychic gives us the ability to actually hit the opposition, and now we can one-shot Blastoise. I'm glad that now that was what I wanted. We wanted to be at a point where we can one-shot the Blastoise. And with Espeon going for Psychic rather than Reflect, we have enough to do it, and I think this is the winning one. I think we're in the clear. Because all we need to do now is knock out the next 3 Pokemon. Now, Snorlax can't really do anything to us. It only has Snore and Body Slam. And like I said, we have our defense really up tier, and we're resisted to normal moves. So look how much little damage he's doing right now. Return is a one-shot on the Snorlax. And now we just got to make sure we can tank some moves from the Charizard. A return on the Charizard, very good. And the final Pokemon of the game, which is Venusaur. Return, is it a one-shot? It is a one-shot. Very good. We get the win at 2 hours and 31 minutes and 56 seconds with 52 resets, level 78. Is that going to be the time that the optimized playthrough has? I think we're going to save so much time on the optimized playthrough. Now that we know what we have to do in this battle, I don't have to waste 20 attempts just to figure it out. That's pretty much what it took. It took so many attempts to figure it out. It was getting a little bit frustrating. I was yelling at Pikachu because I kept going for Charm. And I was under the understanding, like, I have to get through this without getting charmed, because that's how I'm only going to have enough, attack stat to get through and one-shot the Blastoise. So that was the problem I was having. Let's go and look at a tier list and see where this Pokemon ranks. So this Pokemon, being as bad as it is going to be ranking down here in the E tier, next to Old Shuckle and next to Unknown. So that's not great. That's not a good place to be. I guess it's better than being, behind Shuckle and behind Unknown. So I guess there's a worse place to be. But I do anticipate Magcargo moving up on this. I do think it is a slightly better Pokemon than Fortress. Is it better than Yanmega? I think it could be better than Yanmega. It could be right there with Yanmega and right there with Sunflora. I do think it is better than that. We know so much more about this Pokemon now. The second playthrough is going to be very important to this Pokemon. Actually, I'm going to click on the wrong one there. I want to adjust Magcargo. There we go. So that's where this Pokemon lands. Right behind, you're a pretty bad Pokemon when you land behind Sudowoodo, but Sudowoodo isn't a good Pokemon, and I think this Pokemon's going to do a lot better in the optimized playthrough, which leads me into the next things I want to talk about. So the video coming out this Friday is a video of Hypno. Hypno in Pokemon Blue is part of my series for who the best Psychic-type Pokemon is. This will be the 4th Psychic-type Pokemon. We have a couple more after this. We have Mr. Mime, we have Starmie, and then we also have Slowbro. So Hypno, good time. It's a good Pokemon. I recommend you check out that video. I recommend you check out the series, actually. I've almost got every type done in Generation 1. And we're going to have a list of who the best of every type is, what the best type is, etc., etc. Very excited about that playthrough. That comes out on Friday. And next Wednesday, we have an optimized playthrough with Magcargo. We will start out fully evolved, which means we have some huge advantages. We start out with Smog, which we're not even going to use. But we start with Ember, and we start with Rock Throw. Ember and Rock Throw are both stab. So we have a physical move, and we actually have a one-shot capability move on Falkner we didn't have with Ember. And we're going to have Ember, which is a stab move, and we won't have to do as much training. It'll be a lot faster. So I anticipate it being, I want to get it done right around 2 hours. If I get it like 2 hours and 5 minutes, I'll be okay with that. However, I really want to get under 2 hours. I think this Pokemon isn't great. It's not going to be a Pokemon I'm going to sit here and put a lot of stock in. Like, yeah, it's going to be the best Pokemon in the game. However, I think with a little bit of preparation, a little bit of like smarts on our part, we can make this Pokemon do significantly better. Not to the point where it breaks into the top 10 or anything like that, but I think we can break and get it done under 2 hours if we just focus on it and get it done. We know how to beat Red. We know what we got to do there. So that took about 20 minutes right there, and we know what we got to do against the Elite Four members that are going to save some time as well. But I want to thank everyone for stopping by. This has been a very fun playthrough. This is JD. This is Paul Wars Wrath. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time.